Hey, excuse me. Hey, Family Tech, man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. As you'll see, my voice is gone, but I'm still going to give you a show. Show must go on no matter what. Tonight's topic is embracing the journey. I may not be on as long, but I'm going to give you all a show. Let me see right quick. Let me invite Johnny on. Okay, we're live. We are live. All right, Johnny might come in later, but right now, as I tell you, I know it's rough for y'all to hear me because it's hard for me to talk. But like I said, tonight is embracing your journey. This is why when you're trying to do anything, as long as you got a voice, you got to do something. So here we go. Embracing your journey. You are one in a billion. You already won a cosmic lottery. Your journey exists. Don't deny it because you're one out of billions that made it. What have you said? I don't have a story or nothing interesting happened to me. What were you avoiding? And what it's saying is you have a story, you have a purpose. And just the simple fact that you're one out of billions of sperm cells that made it, that right there lets you know you have a purpose. You have a story. But the whole thing is most of us don't understand how to embrace our story, our journey, our purpose. And that comes in time. So what you have to do is learn how to somebody just hit me up on Instagram. So you know, you just have to figure out how to get there to your purpose and your journey. And that happens with you going through life's adversities. Your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons that get you to your blessings. But once you get there, you must embrace your journey in order for you to live the life that you really want to live. And like I said, out of out of a billions of sperm cells, you made it. Does that feel like pressure or privilege to you? Like you don't even understand how special you are with just being the one that made it. You don't even understand how special you are. God has something special for you because He lets you make it. So the whole thing is embracing it. Um. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I understand. List three small moments from your childhood that shaped who you are today, even boring ones. And see, these are things that you have to ask yourself to get yourself in the right mindset to understanding that you are the purpose. And until you understand that, you're not going to understand your purpose. Why do people try to skip their journey? What's the real fear? A lot of times people are afraid to succeed. They're afraid what comes with it because what comes with success is responsibility. A lot of people are not willing to accept the responsibility goes along with being successful. Like I was saying about my boy, Gaki G, that's on the Tim Levels podcast. He went on there the first day and crashed out. And I know him for kids. You know, we've done all kind of things together from kids. And it made me feel like he was afraid of success, you know. And a lot of times we sabotage ourselves because we're afraid of the responsibility that it takes to get to that level. Name one embarrassing failure that actually made you more interesting. These are things you must ask yourself in order for you to win in life, in order for you to grow, in order for you to heal. And this is why I give it to you like this, even with a hoarse voice. If your life were a book, what would the current chapter title be? The serious questions. It makes you reflect, makes you take time to look at your life, take time to evaluate your life, to get your life on the right trajectory to win. How does comparing your journey to others hurt you? Um, Write down one thing you've overcome that you've never talked about. Embrace your journey. What part are you still trying to edit out? See, one thing about the journey, if you change what God has for you to go through, you're not going to be who you are supposed to be. So the whole thing is embracing your journey, trying to figure out what it is that God brought you to this earth for and what your purpose is. Is it for you to help love the world or what? You know, the whole thing is trying to figure out what's best so you can grow, so you can be the best you can be. And the only way you can do that is embracing your journey. Finish this sentence. I didn't choose to go through blank, but it gave me blank. See, I'm trying to get y'all to start thinking outside the box. What would you say to someone who says they have no purpose? Now, I just took you through the whole thing of showing you that you do have a purpose because God let you live. You're one out of billions of sperm cells that made it. So you have a purpose. You have a story. You have a reason to be here. What would you say if someone else says that? Name a detour in your life that turned out to be a main road. See, because what God has for you, you may think is bad, but when it happens, what comes out of it is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Becomes your purpose once you embrace it. If you could delete 1 year of your past, would you? Why or why not? I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. For the simple fact that everything that I've gone through shaped and molded me to who I am today, and I love me today. You know, so uh, you have to really think about that question. If you don't love you and you know you need work or whatever, then that might not be, or you might want to change. But as me, myself, no, because I know everything that I've gone through has made me to the man that I am today. What struggle are you proud of surviving? How does knowing you're one of billions change your view of daily annoyances? Nothing bothers me because I know I'm blessed. I know God put me here for a reason, and it's a reason He put me here. And see, I had to go through this process, through this platform, through this program over and over and over for 6 years until I got it. And now it's part of my heart. You know, I can tell you all aspects of this program that God gave me to help you to heal. What's a lesson you had to learn the hard way that no one could teach you? I'm gonna use me as example. I used to look down on people who use heroin. And I had a crew of Brooklyn kids. We was in our teens, but they were on heroin, and I looked down on it. And God afflicted me with it. Now I understand. Another thing, I had to go to prison because I was hard headed. And coming out of that, man, made me who I am, where I know God and where I'm able to worship the God of my understanding and bring part of me to you as well. Who in your life needs permission to embrace their messy journey? Tag them conceptually. I have a few people that I know need to embrace their journey, but first they must heal. You know, they're bitter. They like I said, I know a few. Why is it easier to celebrate others people's journey than your own? And you have a lot of people like that. And a lot of time it's low self esteem. When I had low self esteem, that's how I was, you know. But once you're able to heal and understand that you are special in the eyesight of God, you no longer look that way. But it comes in time. It's through adversity comes change. You got to go through your adversities in order for you to change. But you must embrace your journey in order for you to. What's a small win from this week that's actually part of your big journey? And see why I give you guys these questions is so you can think about your life and the things that you need to change and things that you need to help you to grow so that you can be a better person. I only want the best for each and every one of you. Period. I don't want nothing but the best. And this is why I do this every day. I could be doing something else, but you're important to me because I voluntarily hurt a lot of people. So now I have to voluntarily help a lot of people. So it's not about you. It's about my mission to do the right thing, to bring this platform, this movement, this program to the world so they can help them heal because I helped them uh, go through madness with selling drugs, and I sold it on a major level for a street guy. So, I'm not no cartel guy, so I'm not trying to portray that. I wasn't getting hundreds and hundreds, no. But what I was getting made me a millionaire a couple of times. So it's a lot of pain that I gave out. So I want to give back to help people to heal. And if I can heal one person out of all the people I've hurt, I've done my job, you know. And I know you probably say, this guy feels this and there. I do because I understand life now. After going through 28 years of my life in federal prison and getting shot 9 times, I realize how important life is and how important we need to help each other to heal, to grow, to embrace our journey so that we can come together and live life how we're supposed to. United we stand, divided we fall. We're divided. This is why we're losing. It's time for us to start winning. And the way we can win is embrace our journey, but we must heal first. Learn the lies from the truth and keep it pushing and work with each other to make life better for each and every one of us who heal and want to live right. If your journey were a movie, genre, comedy, tragedy, thriller, what would it be? I know mine would be action adventure with thriller and drama and graphics all in one. I have so many parts of my life, whereas each part was a movie. Each part of my life that I've gone through, I can make movies, mini series. Because I've had a wild life. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to live to 25. And this is not to brag because I don't have none of that money. But I had 13 spots at one time in Harlem and Brooklyn, 9 in Harlem, 4 in Brooklyn. And I was getting money from all angles, out of town. So I'm saying this to say that these things shaped and mold me to who I am today because now I understand I did a lot of wrong. And the only way you rectify wrong is to ask for forgiveness, repent, and do the actions to help people to heal. And that's my mission for the rest of my life. And I'm not asking you guys for a penny. This is my job. I get my blessings from God. You know, it's like when I help a person in the street, they say thank you. I say no, thank God, because it's His work. I'm just a vessel, just like delivering this message. I'm just a vessel to deliver this message. How can embracing your journey actually help you help others? Think about that. But I'm gonna tell you my explanation. Just like now, what am I doing? I'm helping me to help you embracing my journey, giving you the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that God so freely gave me. But I had to go through uh trauma to get it. But it still is a beautiful thing, you know, because that's the only way. It's like you have to make a sword by putting this metal in fire to burn off all the impurities. What's up, pimpin'? I gotta do a payment for another thing that just popped up. So I gotta do a thing. So I'm gonna do it afterwards. So I can get the Twitch back on. But this is cool for right now because we got Facebook, and with Facebook since the Instagram. Then we got YouTube and Kick, and then I do the TikTok and which we'll call it later. So, it's good. That my voice is messed up, but I still give up the message. And the last question was, how can embracing your journey actually help you help others? Yeah. And like I said, what I'm doing right now with me embracing my journey, healing, I'm able to help others so that they can heal, so that they can help others. And it's a cycle. We do it together and we can't lose. What's one word to describe the seasons you're in right now? Think about it for a second before you answer. But like always, I'm gonna tell you mine. My season is peace, tranquility, love for everyone. See, because I know that I can't enter the paradise until I love each and every person like I love myself, and be able to always have a positive attitude no matter what somebody else is doing or thinking, because how they are is not how I am. Where they are is not where I am. And who they are is not who I am. And what they are is not what I am. And where they are is not where I am. And how they are is not how I am. So the whole thing is knowing who you are. And the only way you're going to be able to know that is if you have to heal, learn the lies from the truth, and embrace your journey on the way so that you can be able to have an open heart to help others. And if we do this, before you know it, we'll have a movement that's so big that it's going to be unstoppable. And that's my mission, is to help people to heal so we can build a network of people who are like-minded so that we can build a united front in this America that we call, and really give freedom to the people, by embracing our journey and helping each other to come together to do the right thing. It's the only way we can do it. And we can do it, but we have to do it together. Like I say, united we stand, divided we fall. If I can get on here with a voice like this when I'm not even supposed to be talking, you can embrace your journey. You can help someone to make their life better, because whether you know it or not, you have a purpose. Like God says, you're one out of millions or billions of sperm cells that made it. So He gave you the speed to get to where you need to be so you can be the first, so you can fulfill your purpose. And like I always say, you have to pay attention to life. Life will teach you if you pay attention. This is how I'm able to see and do the things that I do, because I pay attention to life. I didn't before, but now I understand how important it is to pay attention to life. Because if you don't, life will teach you. Just like people will teach you without you participate. They will show you what they are, who they are, and how they feel about you. And life will chew you up, spit out the bones if you don't get it right. So you have to pay attention. The only way you can pay attention is embrace your journey. List two people whose journey you admire and one thing you has that theirs doesn't. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you three. Wallow from Gilly and Wallow, both of them. I love their journey. David Banner, love his journey. Would love to meet these brothers too one day. And that's Wallow and Gilly from $1 Million Worth of Game. Uh, David Banner, the rapper, and uh, Big Mike. These brothers' journey, uh, I love it because what comes out of their mouths speaks to their journey. And I think we're like-minded in a lot of ways that we uh, see life. And inshallah, one day I'll be able to meet these brothers and build with them. And hopefully we can brace our journeys together and heal and learn the lies from the truth and make something fantastic. This is what it's about. There's so much that we can do once we come together. United we stand, divided we fall. We got to come together. I want you to say this 3 times. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. How does that feel? It feels fantastic to me because I got shot 9 times last year and I'm still here. And it feels fantastic to be here. Ask yourself that. Share this. Your journey is not a mistake. You've already beat 1 billion odds. Think about that. Tonight, thank your body for surviving everything that it has been through. And let it know that you're proud of it, for being able to embrace your journey. Having the wisdom to heal, to take yourself through the things that you need to take yourself through in order for you to embrace your journey. Life is short. We are going to be dead longer than we're alive. So once you're able to embrace your journey, you're going to see how much better life is going to be. That's right, Pippin. Change anything, you won't be who you are. You wouldn't have the great heart that you have, you know. And the beautiful thing is having a good heart is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. And what I ask people to do is ask yourself, what keeps you stuck? Why you don't embrace your journey? And how are you repeating old patterns? You know, it's a lot of things that if we don't check in our lives, we're going to regret later. So this is why I give you guys this that God has given me because I know how rough it is when you don't have your faculties. I've seen so many guys that had a little bit of time and it broke them. I mean, 2, 3 years, 5 years, it broke them. And it was crazy to me at the time because all my bids was at least 11 years. And I was able to keep my faculties because I was able to embrace my journey. See, once they put them handcuffs on you, it's over. If you don't put it in your mind right then and embrace your journey, you're gonna be miserable. So whenever something bad happens to you at that moment, embrace it and just work through it. And that's how I was able to work through all 3 of my bids or 4 and my violations because I always knew whenever them handcuffs go on, you're not getting out until it's time up. So embrace it, live it to the best of your ability. And that's what I've always done. And this is why I'm able to give you my experience, strength, and hope because I've struggled. Trust and believe that, this last bid was the coup de grace. I lost my business, I lost houses, money, my mother, my father, my little sister. little cousin is like my little brother, my aunt, my uncle, my brothers. They alive, but we don't mess with each other. My nieces and nephews, my wife and kids. So this was the most important part of my journey, being able to embrace not having the people that I love in my life for whatever reason. And when I made that peace and was able to forgive them as well as be able to forgive myself, it doesn't matter because as long as I have God in my life, I'm going to be at peace for the rest of my life. And who God wants in my life, that's who embraces me and I embrace them. And who he doesn't won't embrace me and I won't embrace them. And that's just life. I've learned to live without, money and people. So it's nothing to me. I've learned to live without freedoms, for decades. So it is what it is, and that's why I live my life right today, and I don't put myself in positions no more that could jeopardize my life, my freedom, or anything else. This is why I'm on a mission of positivity, helping people to change, helping people to embrace their journey, helping people to heal, learn their lives from the truth, so that we can come together and make a society of people that word means something. This is what it's about, embracing your journey so that you can mean something to the world. And when you say something, it means something. Embrace your journey, my people. Just know that it's through adversity change takes place. And if you want to know more, Amazon, check out my book. It's on Amazon. Through Adversity Comes Change by me. And I guarantee you, your life will change once you read it. I've had cab drivers break down crying who still can't read the whole book because it touches so many things. I have people who just like, man, I love it. So just like I said, embrace your journey and know that God is in charge and whatever he puts you through is for a reason to make you stronger for what he has for you in the future. Just know that you're special. You're one out of billions that made it. So you have a purpose and embrace it. Embrace your journey. You have a blessed night. Tack man out. Get your spirit right. I'm out pimping. I'm going to it prayer Wednesday in Riverbank Park, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they're gonna have like a thing back at the mosque, 116th. I'm gonna stay in the city until 5 o'clock, so we probably hook up or whatever. All right, have a good night. All right, family, y'all embrace your journey. Know that if nobody told you today they love you, I'm telling you, and life is gonna get better if you embrace your journey and break this platform called TAC. Peace. You have a blessed one. Tech man out.